Salutations, boy Travie McCoy. You guys ready to spend 24 hours with me? I hope so. Hope you brought your PJs. I grew up in upstate New York, a small town called Geneva. Small college town. I mean, as small as it was definitely, you know, pretty diverse. Yeah, it was right on a lake, so I spent a lot of time fishing with my pops. We're about halfway through this tour. I've been on tour for the past 6, 7 years, non-stop, which is crazy to think about. You want to take a picture together? This is just awkward. The awkwardness is going on right now. I have no concept of time on tour. Like, there's no concept of time whatsoever, except set time and catering.
Right. I just need you down here with everybody else.
Okay.
Right.
You know, presenting all this new stuff to crowds who haven't heard any of it. Seeing how they react to all this new material is really dope. High fives? Yeah. At an early age, I was introduced to so many different types of music, like Harold Melvin, that whole Philly soul sound, Curtis Mayfield impressions. There's a lot of soul, and then even rock. My dad was heavy into Hendrix and Guns N' Roses. My mom, she was just as into Sade as she was into Poison and Motley Crue and whatnot, so. That's how we do it, son. Breakdance move out. You know, now, all the stuff that I hated when I was a kid, I just wanted to listen to Michael Jackson, that I listen to now that I love, you know what I mean? But as far as influences, I mean, all that stuff I just named now, I feel is a lot more influential. I can put you in a log cabin somewhere in Aspen. Sorry. My dad's a musician, played bass, so music was definitely a staple in the household. So, I mean, everything from, you know, Harold Melvin, the Blue Notes, to Red Hot Chili Peppers. So, say I won't pop one in the balloon.
I kind of don't want to, but walking in the dark.
That was real mature of you, Zach.
Real mature, jerk.
I definitely give small town living credit for my musical diversity, so to say. You know? I mean, growing up, I was heavy into underground hip hop, Black Moon, Gangstar, Rest in Peace Guru, you know, the whole Def Jux, LP, ASAP, all those fools, Cage, nonfiction. I can go on for days, but I was also just as inspired by those cats as I was inspired by Sonic Youth and Smashing Pumpkins, you know what I'm saying, and the Deftones, who are one of my favorite bands to this day. Before a show, I mean, honestly, I just try to get as relaxed and comfortable as possible. I mean, I'll throw on a movie, you know what I mean? I stay in my pajamas, unless I have to, you know, go on stage or do anything else, you know? Lost it. Must have hit it over the leg. As far as mentally preparing for a show, like I said, I just try to ease back and get comfortable, you know, whether it's watching a movie, whether it's listening to music, you know, or just hanging out with my boys, you know, on the bus. Just something that's familiar, you know what I'm saying? No one to wash me arse. No, I ain't. Fashion. I get asked all the time who my stylist is, and honestly, I've been dressing myself since kindergarten, you know what I mean? And I don't think it's I mean, back then, it's the same way I am today. As long as it's comfortable, if I feel comfortable in it, if I can move in it, you know, especially on stage, if it's something I can move in, I'm rocking it, you know? As far as labels and brands and all that, there's a couple of labels that, you know, I'm definitely wholeheartedly loyal to, but other than that, if it's comfortable and it fits, I'm rocking it. I don't even gotta fit all the time. I'll make it fit. Honestly, I think on stage, I'm just, like I said, I lose myself, and I watch tapes and be like, who the hell is that dude? But I think it's just having the music be a part of you, you know, because after all, the songs that I'm playing are an extension of me, you know what I mean? And I think when you're performing these songs in front of people, the more you do it with conviction, and the more you know, like the more you put yourself into these songs and express that, like the more they accept the songs, and the more they appreciate the songs, the more they want to know whether the story behind the song is, or you know, what inspired the song. And I think they go hand in hand, you know what I mean? Live shows and you know, recorded material. But as far as a live show, I definitely try to connect in any way possible. You know, like I love taking completely complacent crowds. They're just there, you know, maybe they're absorbing and just listening, but I try my damnedest to make them move. You know what I mean? When I see people moving and reacting to my music, it ignites something in me. It makes me want to, you know, just push it even further. You know. As far as being competitive in the touring life or you know, performing or whatever, you always want to give whoever's coming up after you a run for the money. You know what I mean? You always want to make them work for it, especially if you put 110% into your show. You want to make the next group coming up have to put 120% in. So I definitely go all out as far as performing goes. You know what I mean?
That's one thing I take very seriously is my hygiene, you know what I mean? You never know when a fine girl's gonna walk up on you. You can't have the dragon in your mouth, you know what I'm saying? Jump out and bite her.
Generics? Okay, I'll just say, yeah, I'll start.
Salutations, you know what it is. Your boy Travie McCoy from Gym Class Heroes with the Wake Up Call. What up? It's your boy Travie McCoy on 107.9 The End. And DJ Billy Lane is working the wax.
Sounds so nasty. On my downtime, I spend it, a lot of it watching movies, reading, painting, drawing, like for the most part, expressing myself, whether it's writing. I have to be doing something, because the minute I get bored or I feel, you know, complacent, or I don't know, I just lose my mind. I like a friendly game of chess, you know, with some tea, cream, sugar, everything a regular man wants out of life.
Don't waste some fucking money.
A good show, I mean, is definitely, to me, is an exchange, you know what I mean? Like from the artist and the audience, you know what I mean? I think there's a connection that needs to be made, and once that connection's made, it's just an exchange of energy, you know what I'm saying? You throw it out to the crowd throws it back, and that's why I try to, as much as I can, connect with as many people in the room as possible, you know?
You know what I'm saying? Got some camps, got to protect. You know what I'm saying? Got some paint, some toys and whatnot. That's how I do.
I get people coming up to me all the time like, oh, you looked me right in the eyes during this song, blah. I'm like, yeah, I probably did. You know what I mean? There's a point to that, you know what I mean? I like making people feel like they're part of something as opposed to, you know, them just coming to a show, you know what I mean? And I mean, you can sit home and listen to music, you know? When you go to see it live, I like to make it a spectacle and make the audience feel like they're part of something, you know what I mean? I think MySpace, or websites like MySpace, have a huge impact on people's careers or you know, just networking and getting, you know, as far as musicians, getting your music out there.
Ready? Let's go. Lazarus, 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 yo!
A couple minutes before the show starts is a little tense, you know. I still get the butterflies, but the minute the first note or kick of the first song starts, I just lose myself. You know what I mean? I think by just sitting around and doing things that I'm comfortable with and getting comfortable allows me to just freak out when I'm on stage.
What up, Sacramento? So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the last 24 hours hanging out with me. I hope you got a peek into what it's like to be me. If you want to find out more, go to myspace.com/Travie McCoy. It's been real. June 8th, Lazarus dropping. You know that. Ow. I'm going to wash my ass. Oh, keep coming, keep coming. It's video, it's video.